The Emery Theater was constructed between 1910 and 1912. It was built by the Hannaford Company. They were the leading architects in the city. When it was first constructed, it had but one balcony. When it was nearing the end of construction, Mrs. Emery decided that she needed more patrons to help pay for the symphony. So she said to the architect, "I'd like a second balcony." And Mr. Hannaford, I suppose, had a conniption fit. Well, he said, "Well, I guess we'll go down to the hardware store and order a big girder to put in a second one." And that's why it took so long to build. They didn't have the second support girder, which put in the second balcony. Over the years, the sort of venue that's gone on here has been everything from symphony, which it opened with. After that, it had, I wouldn't say it had vaudeville, but sometimes when the Taft Theater was filled and you had a touring company and there was no place to go, they would come here and perform on the stage. It had children's theater. You had in the name line, you had everybody from Betty Davis and her husband when they toured the country to Nijinsky. Of course, I want to know, what did Betty Davis do? And there was two people, she and her husband. Yeah, but I mean, what sort of, she clips from her film? What? No, she did readings of Carl Sandburg. A great many performers, single performers would come because after all it was a concert hall. And occasionally the symphony would come back here. Since then, of course, it's done children's theater, and then about 25 years ago, though we've only been running movies for 18, but about 25 years ago, they moved the Albee organ from Fountain Square over here, and the American Theater Organ Society previewed their Ohio Valley chapter.
I'll be around, no matter how you treat me now. I'll be around from now on.
The films began because they realized that even though people loved the organ, you couldn't have that every weekend and make enough money, so someone suggested that they have films with it, and they had an audience that kind of grew up going to double bills, but even we have found that it's now prohibitive, so we're down to one feature. It just costs too much. Our audiences have declined to decline, so that means that we have to become more inventive and try to bring in different product. Certainly it would not be a profit maker. I think one of the things that says a lot for the building is Mrs. Emery did not skimp when it came to materials. This building has not always had the most loving amount of care nor maintenance done on it, and yet it still stands. Are there areas that need to be touched up? Certainly. Like any old building, it has areas with roof leaks. It certainly has cracks in the walls. Some of the boards on stage certainly need to be replaced, but we're not in the destruction mode yet.
Perhaps you'll see you're meant for me, so I'll be around.
When I was in the lobby one day, a fellow came to the front door and was looking to get in, and I opened the door. I think he wanted a program, and I noticed he was rather elderly. I said to him, "Can I help you?" "I used to work here." "When did you work here?" "In the 50s. "The 50s? Come right in, please. What did you do for a living?" "Stagehand." "Stagehand? Well, would you like to see the stage?" "Certainly would." Took him across the stage. "Can we go into the flies?" "Yes, please, let's go up the flies." Well, when we got up there, the fly walls, of course, are covered with a great number of chalked names and dates. And as he walked along, of course, we'd always looked at them and just thought interesting names and dates. But as he walked along, he said, "Oh, nice man. Gee, oh, this fella died. He lives in California."